Hey, good morning. So, yeah, today's the day. David has court, and apparently, I guess he's going to make a pit stop here. I'll see if he does, but yeah, but I hope whatever happens today that he does okay in court. Okay, so David, did you show up? Okay,
It's my sister.
I'm going
Mary.
to talk to his sister.
Yeah, it was Jessica from.
A little nerving there. Yeah, I was out there with David, and he was getting ready to leave, and who should pull up but John? Talk about timing. And, I looked him dead in the eye as I was blocking David so that he didn't see David was there, but obviously he knew it was David's car. And he pulled up and parked away, I guess, someplace else, but further up. But yeah, he knows that that's David. Yep. Okay, so John's still there. Actually, David departed, and he saw John's truck pulled way up like 7, 8 houses and along the way there. And he stopped and said something out of his car. I didn't hear, but I'm sure it was something, not pleasant. Yeah, and then he talked to him for a bit. I guess he was there for like a minute, and then he pulled away like he was leaving, and then John started to pull around to, I guess, go park in front of Linda's, and then David showed up again and blocked him and said something else to him or whatever, and then drove off to court. And then John, of course, pulled up and parked right next to the truck. So, I don't know, maybe he's letting Linda know that I was talking with David. Maybe he's letting Linda know she has a court date today. Maybe she forgot. I don't know. I just know that at this point in time, yeah, John's over there. Linda's saying something, yelling something, who knows what. And David is going to have to come back to get his stuff at another time because the police were not able to come do it this morning in time for him to go to court. So I let him know if he needs to keep his stuff someplace, he can keep it here until he's ready to put it someplace because clearly his car is full and he needs to get his stuff. He does. So I hope he does okay in court today. I do. I hope he does okay in court today. Well, it's after 6 p.m. and Linda and John have not returned from that courthouse yet. So, don't know what's happening, but I hope to hear what's happening soon. David hasn't called me either, which means, he's probably going to have to be the last case heard, maybe. I don't know. I just know whatever happened there today, it should be posted on the website tomorrow. So, but I'm hoping to hear before I see what's posted. All right, she just got home from court, so if she's laughing, I guess she had got what she wanted. If she's cussing, then she didn't. Mm-hmm. She just called me a goddamn stupid bitch, so.
You don't have to worry about ever walking alongside the house and not being in the way.
But she's laughing.
Well,
Should die.
Well, she's screaming that she won. And eat shit and die. Okay. I know John showed up, and like I said, when she came home, she was just screaming and yelling, and they were both screaming at my camera, ha ha ha, fuck off and die, bitch. And oh my God. So are you okay, David? What's going on? Tell me. A half an hour, that's good. Okay, so you go back February 27th, and then on the 13th, you're allowed to go to Miss Crosnoe's house with the police and to get your stuff, and hopefully the police will be able to do it, and then you go back, and then that temporary restraining order is removed and you show that you got your stuff. And then you're officially evicted and it should be over with at that point. I don't know.
I won!
David lost the case.
I won!
Eat shit and die.
You still have respect!
All right. Tell you about sometime.
Yeah, so I uploaded that to YouTube. You darn right I did. And just got off the phone with David. He called me, clearly upset, but she didn't win as much as she thinks she did, according to what David filled me in with. Basically what happened was she wiggled her way out of, I guess, having any future legal problems. To put it mildly, the judge, according to David, asked her if she still wanted to press these charges against David for elder abuse. And Linda said, no. Nope, don't want to do it. I'm good. I just want him evicted. Now she had Terry, her ex-tenant, and John, of course, there with her. And he asked David, okay, so she's willing to drop that. So you're okay with that, right? We'll just go ahead and end this now. And he said, no, I want to testify because, you know, the burden of proof is on her. I didn't do anything, and I want her to testify. And the judge said he was going to take a half-an-hour break and figure this out. And then he came back, and apparently, yeah, the judge has decided he's coming back to court on February the 27th at 1:30, same courtroom, and he has to get his stuff out of Linda's place on February the 13th, but he gets to come with the police, so he'll have a little protection there, right? And then at that point, the temporary restraining order that's been extended to the 27th will be removed, and then that'll be it. They'll be done in court. And so, you know, she, like I said, she thinks she's won here. She's just so excited that she tortured this poor soul. And her friends, Terry, the ex-tenant, and her friend John, who already we know is a total scumbag, you know, they're all shouting with glee here, I won, ha, 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 eat shit and die, bitch. It tells you how evil they are, right? I don't even have to comment on it. Just hearing that is enough to confirm they're not nice people. So, yeah. But in the meantime, David has put up with a lot of crap. And he has had to go now, he's going to have to go to 3 court hearings. And he hasn't done anything to deserve being drugged through the court system. But because Miss Crosnoe wiggled her way out of it, nobody gets to testify. He's not allowed to present any evidence against Linda. Gee, that's okay. I believe in karma. I do. And I'm just glad that this headache is almost over with for David. And even though Linda could have wiggled her way out of it at the very beginning and changed her mind, she's choosing to keep this going. Just to still torture David. That tells you everything you need to know. So yeah, my crazy neighbor, aka the neighbor from hell, really is an evil, evil person. And I hope I get to hear what comes her way that causes her grief. I really do. Because she's caused a lot of people grief, just for the fun of it. And yeah, so anyway, David, yeah, he'll be back in court on February the 27th. And he'll get his stuff out on, I guess, February the 13th. And John and Linda can keep doing their happy dance about how much grief they cause people just because they like to do it. Just because they feel like it. Okay, so I'm here at the Superior Court of California, County of Ventura, and I'm checking to see what has been reflected as far as the register of actions regarding that hearing yesterday. And so far it's just showing the order on request to continue the hearing granted. And it was filed by Linda. Now, you know, he has to go back on the 27th. It really does, I guess, just rub me the wrong way that this poor man who has done absolutely nothing, I mean, nothing, to deserve being drugged through the courts, to deserve being tortured, to deserve being required by law to be in that courthouse and, you know, abide by that restraining order, to even have a restraining order. He has done nothing to deserve it. And yet this woman, you know, she goes in there, she's been dragging him out through it for the last 3 months now, right? Knowing damn well he has done nothing. And then to save face yesterday in the courtroom, she was given the option. The judge asked her, do you want to continue on with this elder abuse case? Do you want to proceed? And she said, no. Now, okay, no, that's great. You know, I'm thinking, that's great. But David was not given his right to put her on that witness stand and make her expose the lies. And that got her that restraining order. I mean, she didn't do it because she feels bad about what she did to David. She did it because her friends Terry and John were with her. And I know her whole postpone, delay routine, the fake fainting, the fake whatever, you know, wheelchair, canes. She did it so that she would not be put on that witness stand. And then she would not be embarrassed and proven a liar in front of her friends. It was all about her. It had nothing to do with David. And yesterday should have been all about David. And again, even though he's done nothing, he's still under a restraining order until February 27th, and he has to show up in court again. But he's done absolutely nothing, and he can't even force her to get on that witness stand and prove that she committed perjury to do all this court manipulation. Yeah, okay, bottom line here, my neighbor, Miss Crosnoe, who I had entailed so many court dates with myself, clearly, you know, she has over 40 of them in the Ventura County Superior Courthouse, both civil, probate, or not probate, but yeah, but it's in that same division, and small claims cases, over 40 cases. It's obvious she's a vexatious litigant. It's obvious she is manipulating that courthouse for her personal gain. It has nothing to do with anybody ever doing her wrong. But she likes being in that courtroom. It's solely for her entertainment. I mean, seriously, David really does not belong in that court system, much less in a case with Linda. And when the judge denied him that right to put her on that witness stand, he really did do David an injustice. It was more of, let's just get this over with. I get that. But the judge technically was required to inform David, who knows nothing about the court system, that he had the right to put her on the witness stand, to even dispute why he even had an elder abuse case in that courthouse. But he did not inform him of that. And so, yeah, Linda is walking around thinking she won. And poor David, he's still got to show up in court again. And he's got to use the police to go get his stuff from her house. And he doesn't even get to know the privilege, the joy of being able to clear his name, prove that she committed perjury in order to get that restraining order. I mean, false allegations. People should be thrown in jail for the false allegations, but You know, like in Linda's case, clearly she knows how to wiggle out of it. And she never gets reprimanded for it. But I don't know, the DA wrote me back and let me know that if David really does feel he has a case here, which he feels that, yeah, maybe Linda should at least be investigated for using the court system for her personal gain, then, yeah, he'll maybe do it. But David, no. David doesn't do that kind of stuff. David doesn't like the courthouse. None of us like the courthouse, really. And like I said, I just feel so bad for David at this point because he clearly, the only mistake he made was renting a room from Linda Crosnoe. So, yeah. Like I said, life's not fair sometimes, especially to people that don't know people like that exist, you know?